Hi, Alex here from Rebeloper.com. In today's video, I'm going to demystify alerts, action sheets, and sheets in SwiftUI. If you're interested in building out this app, then make sure you keep on watching. Hit that subscribe button, open up Xcode, and let's dive in. So let's take a look at our example that we are going to build out today. We are going to create an alert, an action sheet, and as a bonus, a sheet. So here we have our example project. And let me just tap on this button because this image is actually a button. We will get to know how you can do that just later on. And it says form toggle and slider video is coming soon. Yeah, that is my next video. So go ahead and click the subscribe button and hit the notification bell to get notified of this new video about forms toggle and slider. Yes, I'm not kidding. That is actually the next video. So let's click on subscribe here and if we go and tap on the actual subscribe button, we have an action sheet, SwiftUI tutorial videos. We can subscribe, unsubscribe, or cancel. Let's click on subscribe again. And this is our bonus. We are going to present a modal as a sheet. So there we go, alert in SwiftUI. And we can swipe that down. So let me just stop this and let's start building this off. And if you click the link in the description, you will be taken to where you can find this starter project. It's nothing too fancy. We have a few images here and our sheet view that is presented as a modal, pretty straightforward. And we have 3 images. Form toggle, slider, subscribe, and the SwiftUI alert. And that is basically it. It doesn't have any functionality, but we are going to add that now. So again, we are just going to create buttons to show these alerts. And you could use these alerts anywhere else, but this is the straightforward way to show it in a tutorial. So we are just going to create a button here. And I will choose this one with the action. And for the action, let's print out button tapped. Okay. And let me just have that as a string. And for our label, I will just delete that and add 2 parentheses and add into there our image. Okay, that is basically it. Let's hit Command R and build and run. And now if we tap on this image, we should get to see our printed out button tab there. Pretty straightforward. Okay, now let's add an alert here. And after the button, so this is parentheses, let's add a dot here and type in alert, and I will just choose this one is presented with a content because we are going to need a binding and a content, and that content is the alert. Now, why do we need this is presented binding? Well, we need to make sure that we actually know if we want to present this alert or not. And for that, we are just going to use a state, and I'm just going to add this here. So state, and make sure your states are private because why not, they don't go out of the scope of the view. So private var, and I will name this show alert, and I will set this to false because when the view loads we are not going to show our alert. And let's get this as a $show alert. That means that we can write and read this property. Okay, for the content, let's hit return there, and we have our alert. So let's create our alert. And we will use the one with the title message, primary button, and secondary button. For the title, let's say this is a form toggle slider, so form toggle and slider. Okay, for the text, video is coming soon. Great. And for the primary button, I'm just going to create default, or yeah, with the label and an action. So this is default alert button. We could just type in alert.button.default, but this is much more simple. And for the label, you are just going to create a text. And let's see, I will just add in here subscribe, okay? Because that is what you should do for the next video. And for the action, I'm just going to print out subscribed. Yay, that is pretty straightforward. Now for the secondary button, I will just add a cancel, and I don't have any text or action. That is a plain old cancel. Now, the next thing that we want to do here is to toggle the show alert, and we will add that into our action. So self.showAlert.toggle. Now this toggles the show alert variable. And something I'm missing here, yeah, the title should be a text. Let's add it in here, and the message also should be a text. Okay, there we go. Now this error should go away. Okay, and basically we have our alert ready. So let's build and run and see how this alert pops up when we actually tap on the button. Okay, there we go. Form toggle and slider video is coming soon. And let's hit on the subscribe button, and it says subscribed. Real nice. Now let's move forward and create our action sheet, and we will do that with the second image. And if I just scroll a little bit down, I will just create a button here. There we go. And again, it will have an action, and I will just print out again button tabbed. And while we are here, I'm just going to create another state for this alert sheet. And let's see, I will just name this, not alert sheet, action sheet. So show action sheet. And while we are at it, we are just going to toggle it on the action. So self.show action sheet.toggle. Okay, now let's take care of the label, and the label will be our subscribe image. So I just copy, or rather yet cut and paste that in there. Now next up, we want to present a sheet, and again we are appending to our button, and I am just going to use this one with the is presented content. Now for the binding, as you might have guessed, we are just going to use the show action sheet. And for the content, we are just going to create an action sheet. There we go, with the title, message, and button. Now the title should be, let's say, subscribe now. I'll let that be capital S. And watch Swift. Rather, yeah, this needs to be a text again. I almost forgot about that. And the message also should be a text. And the message text should be watch Swift UI tutorials. Okay, now here we go. We are just going to need some actions, action buttons. So action sheet dot button dot, and as you can see, there are quite a lot. First of all, I'm just going to use a default with a label text of, let's say, subscribe with a capital S, and the action, again, just printing out subscribed. Let me add those quotation marks there. There we go. Now let's add a comma and add a destructive button. So action sheet dot button dot destructive, and I won't do anything for this. You could choose an action, but I'm just going to have a label here for the destructive. Okay, and that will be a text of unsubscribe. And finally, let's add a cancel button. Action sheet. Let me just move that a little bit up. Button dot cancel. Okay. And that should take care of it. Let's remove this one. I believe we don't really need it. And yeah, let's hit Command B. Let's see if this builds. Something's wrong. Let me just double check. Oh, we need an action sheet here. So action sheet is presented. There we go. We will be talking about the sheet just a few seconds after we just build and run and test this out. Okay, build has succeeded. And now let's tap on the subscribe button. And as you can see here, we have our action sheet. It says subscribe now or SwiftUI tutorials, and let's subscribe. It says subscribed in the console log. And that is that. If you already like this video, go ahead and comment down in the comment section #Rebeloper. Okay, let's take a look at the bonus section of our video, and that is presenting a modal sheet. Again, we are just going to create real quickly a button here with an action, and let's just print out button tabbed. Okay, and let's add in here our state. So let's just scroll all the way up and copy and paste this and show just a simple sheet. So just show sheet. Let's copy this out and toggle it in the action. So self.showSheet.toggle. Okay, that takes care of that. Now let's just add in here our label, and that label will be our image that we already have in here. And now let's present our sheet, and that is pretty easy. Sheet is presented and with a content. Now is presented needs a binding, and that is our show sheet. So $show sheet, there we go. And for the content, we are just going to use our sheet view. So sheet view, there we go. It's up down here, and let's initialize it. And yeah, that should be it. Let's build and run and see how this sheet view is presented. Okay, build has succeeded. Let's tap on this nice image, and we have our pop-up modal sheet. There we go. Pretty straightforward. Now you know how to present alerts and action sheets in SwiftUI, and as a bonus, how to present a sheet modal. I want you to hit that notification bell, because in my next video, I'm actually going to talk about sliders, toggles, forms in SwiftUI. If you're interested, make sure to hit that notification bell so you don't miss that video. In the meantime, while you wait for that video, make sure you also check out these two videos that I have over here. I talk a lot about iOS development, SwiftUI, so make sure to check out these videos as well. And as always, I will see you in the next one.